It's the semi-finals and 10 pundits have become 4. Now they face the penultimate challenge of the series. And for this one, we're upping the ante.
This is the ultimate challenge. A high-profile, face-to-face interview.
And therefore, we've brought in a special guest judge, a fantastic reporter, presenter, and live broadcaster, Kelly Summers.
Kelly Summers has interviewed some of the biggest names in football, whether it's a sit-down for an intimate chat,
You're a smiley, happy Beth Mead.
or presented live in the studio.
Here's the best of the action from yesterday, starting at Arsenal.
No one is better at getting the content they need.
Our pundits don't yet know who they'll be interviewing. And before they find out, they're getting as many hints and tips as they can from Kelly.
When do you think an interview starts?
As soon as you say hello.
As soon as you meet them. What do you think, Troy?
The interview starts when you find out who you're doing, who you got.
Teacher's pet.
He might. I'll look up career stats, personal life. I'll just get to know a little bit more. The key words, why, what, how. Because ultimately, when that camera goes on, you want that person to open up to you.
Players, managers, coaches, when they're interviewed.
And make sure your phone's off as well.
That was good. And also listen. Troy might give you the best line ever, but if you're too busy thinking about your question, you might miss what he's just said. So just listen. It's an underrated skill when it comes to interviewing. What if you were about to do an interview with maybe a Premier League manager? How would you guys be feeling just before it?
It'll be excited, nervous.
I think I can have a conversation with anyone, so I feel like, yeah, I definitely enjoy it.
Oh, yeah? Time to put your money where your mouth is, Kia.
Oh my God!
Sean Dyche has just walked in.
Sean Dyche has just come from out of nowhere. He's just opened the door. I thought, who's interrupting this? We're filming here, mate.
He's so intimidating as a person.
I feel it's ridiculous. I mean, that is the Sean Dyche.
So, you're going to have 30 minutes to prep for a 10-minute interview with Sean Dyche.
You are going to be judged with your interviews on 4 key things. Individuality, the structure of your interview, professionalism, and finally, never forget your audience. The very best of luck. The best thing for myself, Troy and James, is we get to go and sit and watch.
You're one interview away from the final. It's time to prep.
Sean Dyche's managerial CV includes Premier League sides Watford, Burnley and Everton. He's well known as a straight-talking gaffer who takes no prisoners, in the press room as much as the dressing room.
My heart was racing. I need to interview him for a spot in the final. I better get my act together.
A little bit apprehensive because he's a big character. He obviously takes no nonsense, so gonna have to get in, make a good rapport with him early, and not get on his bad side.
Okay, if it's talking with people, I can do that, surely.
On busy media days, sports interview slots can be tight. To reflect this, each pundit will have just 10 minutes with the boss. The 2 who interview him the best will go through to the final. And it's Rakia who's up first.
Always got a smile on your face, always got a great attitude.
I put on a brave face, but deep down I've been stressing a lot throughout this process.
For Rakia, it's been a hard journey from the beginning.
My first year of uni, I was that awkward person where I was scared to post, but I was like, I really want to get into content. So my friends eventually pushed me to do it. I'd say the hardest hurdle with my content journey so far has been the beginning. I knew I could do this journey, but starting out, you have to get past having people, necessarily they might judge you for what you want to do. Being a woman in this sports industry, it can be tough. Not only that, being a black woman as well, there's not many people in football that look like me. So that was a challenge in itself, but I think I've overcome that now, and it's all about putting myself out there.
You're going first up for the interview.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
A bit nervous, but you know what? Get it out of the way. I think it'll be good. Just get straight into it. I'm excited to speak to him, so yeah, looking forward to it. Ooh, this is nice. Hello.
Hiya.
How are you? My name's Kia.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Difficult journey in today, or was it
No, it's
all right?
okay, thank
Yeah?
you. Yeah, traffic was good.
Yeah. Whereabouts do you live?
What's it got to do with you, policeman?
But just wanted to know. So.
That's right.
Straight away, he threw me off. He called me a policewoman. How would you define your footballing philosophy?
I like her manner, she's smiling.
I think I build teams that can... First of all, my first thought is to try and win.
Yeah.
After a rocky start, Kia gets into her groove.
Deep. You ideally wish to entertain. I've been questioned on that many times, but a lot of my teams have won or won enough to be successful.
Look up.
Well, what is your favourite saying in football?
Don't read your next question off the paper.
For me personally, I've
Yeah.
been down for, it's not my first rodeo.
Yeah.
That seems to be in a
Is that
meme.
like,
Been
yeah.
around there for quite a long time, yeah. So there's a few of them, but that's one of them.
But only halfway through her 10 minutes, and she's already at the end of her questions.
Youngster.
So she's going to go off the flyer now. I'm going to try and fill her 10 minutes.
And what advice would you give to someone who, like myself, who wants to break into football?
You don't want to be a footballer, do you?
Things could go different ways. I might not be able to make it, but what advice would you give me or people at home
I think
watching?
always go for the goal that you want. You have to see a vision of the future, but along the way, make sure you're flexible enough to see what comes.
Thank you so much for sitting down and having time to speak with me. I
It's a
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if that was time or not. I don't know, was I? Oh.
Yeah, that's part of the job,
Oh,
isn't
okay,
it?
yeah, no, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Do you know how long that was, guys?
That was way short. That was way too short.
She's made it through, and she's clearly made a good impression with Sean.
She was engaging, good manner.
But she's only used half of her slot, and that could be costly.
If you walk away from an interview, you don't have to use a 10-minute slot. As long as she can walk out that interview thinking she's got what she needs from it.
What did you learn?
That's it. I wrote, what did we get? What's the top line? No.
I wasn't expecting it to be so intense, and I think from the minute I got there, it just threw me off completely, and I felt it went so bad.
Next up is Nahan, and he knows what's at stake.
So now I'm in the semi-finals and I just see the final up there with my name in the lights and I just have to grab it.
You really want this, do you?
I really want it. It will change my life. Sean, I'd like to start off where it all began. Sean Dyche as a little kid. As your dad worked as a consultant.
Good research.
Was it tough for you growing up whilst he was working at these jobs?
Yeah, my parents, both of them were a big influence on who I became. Spending time away from the family was difficult with my dad, but my mum did a brilliant job, I thought.
That's insight straight away. If you're
And also, I know where his interview's going. I'm engaged.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was very hard trying to open up Sean. As an English manager, has there been ever thought of you managing abroad?
I think it's something that is more of a challenge going forwards. I've done quite a bit here in the game as a manager, so whatever comes next, we'll wait and see.
And do you feel like there's been an unfair criticism on your style of play?
It is part of the job.
He's got the chutzpah to ask those questions, which is good. I agree.
Yeah, bravery.
I've got a little game for you.
Okay.
I'm not really good at this sort of stuff, so all the
Obviously, you've
best.
been in the city. I was just wondering, have you picked up any Liverpool slang? So I'm going to say a few words, and we're going to see if you can guess.
How's this going to go with Dyche?
So if I say the issues are heavy,
I imagine that would mean good.
yeah, okay. If me head's chocker, what would that mean?
Full up or some
Yeah,
version
a lot
of
in your mind, yeah.
mixed up, yeah.
I've got another game. I'm going to mention some iconic managers.
I was really excited about the last game, so I can't wait for this one.
Those games, he was having none of it. Antonio Conte or Sir Matt Busby?
Oh, the massive difference. So,
Mourinho or Pep?
both mega successful managers, so I'm not really going to play that game.
He's done
Finally,
several different emotions. It's all a bit flip-floppy.
Brian Clough or Sean Dyche? Because I know Cloughy.
There's absolutely
your,
no danger there.
Yeah.
Me, 100%. Everyone knows I'm miles better than you.
One final one. How does Sean Dyche want Sean Dyche to be remembered as?
Do you know, just someone who worked hard, respected people, because I do, and someone people could trust to help them, I would say. And that'll do me, quite simple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you so much, Sean.
Different style. You got to be careful. You go with that humour stuff and all that, because I'm renowned for hating all that stuff. I just go like, yeah, really.
You've got to be brave enough to stay in a place.
Got to back yourself.
Some of the answers were a bit abrupt, but it's the semi-finals. Nothing's going to be easy.
Next up is Toby.
There you go.
Do you like these kind of things?
Not really. But I'll be all right, don't worry.
Sound. It started off a bit rocky when I walked into the room. Can you talk to me a little bit about where your philosophy came from when you were learning your trade in management and coaching?
I think there's different levels of success, but it's always with the mindset of getting these players aligned to go and win.
But once the interview started, I was really happy with how it went. Was there any particular influence on you when you were learning?
Yeah, the late John Duncan, who I worked under at Chesterfield, and the reason is the way that he worked with us and stood by us, and all the old things that I thought were important in working with players have never been more true in modern football. So he was a massive influence on me as a manager, that's for sure.
Is it system-based in terms of how you develop your tactics for that team, or do you fit it around certain players, or both?
Yeah, no, I'm intrigued by that side of it, actually, because...
He likes that question.
Yeah, it's a great question.
Toby has clearly done his research.
So I play blind football. I think you'd be an incredible blind football manager because you've got to be strong and brave. Is there anyone that you've coached who would fit into that mould of...
I like that because he knows his audience.
Well, I always say I don't do favourites apart from Kieran Trippier. That's always my joke line. He's got every club in the bag. You know, he's got a right foot like a wand. I would imagine he could probably cope with most things that he comes across, possibly blind football.
It's a conversation, this.
When you're in a situation like that where you've got quite limited resources, is that frustrating for you, or do you embrace that?
This guy's coming for the job, guys.
What are you like off the pitch? What are you into? I've read some things about music. Best gig you've ever been to?
Oh, so many. Sabian are probably one of my number one bands. I know the band. I'm very fortunate to know them. They always treat me well. You wouldn't be surprised to know there's lots of crossovers in managing bands and managing themselves and all the fame or fortune, whatever comes, as there is being an actual football manager. So,
What are the crossovers?
I'm very jealous because Sabian are my number one bands. Hopefully I meet.
Well, yeah, maybe I can hook you up.
Oh, please, do me a favour.
Missed it.
Missed opportunity there.
Sean, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
For your time, mate.
Thank you.
10 minutes lasted longer than I was expecting, actually. In my experience, it flies by. But in this case, when I'm asking the questions, not answering them, it went very slowly.
Last to face Sean is Cal.
I always have challenges no matter what I do. This process has been a challenge, but it's been good to do challenges where I feel confident in taking them on. I was nervous at the prospect of talking to Sean Dyche, but I went into every other challenge giving my best, and this challenge was no different. How's it going?
You well?
You're looking well.
Yes, thank you.
So today I wanted to talk to you about your incredible career. What's your favourite thing about being a manager?
I think the overall challenge of it, it's a very difficult job. And when you get that feeling of playing your part in a team and developing it, and when it wins, that's a great feeling. But it's a big challenge.
Yeah, we saw that early days at Watford. How did you feel that transition was, going from Watford player to Watford manager?
Very difficult.
Good question.
So some of them players I'd actually played with who you're now managing. So that's it's a different ball game than how you treat them. Hopefully with respect, that's a minimum, but also demanding more from them.
You got Premier League football, won the championship, finished 7th.
His knowledge is very good.
How important is it for managers to have their own unique football style?
Yeah, I think that's a big debate now.
I like that he's not looking down at his questions and he's quite confident.
My prep was just all about memorising my questions so that the interview can be as seamless as possible. That kind of led you on to Everton, which was a new challenge. How did you embrace that challenge, and what did you ultimately learn from that experience?
Yeah, I mean, it was a really tough one, probably arguably the toughest job that I've had within the 3 clubs that I've managed, Watford, Burnley and Everton.
This was the hardest job I've ever taken.
Why?
Tell me why.
Cal has missed an opportunity to delve deeper.
And it was very difficult.
What's next for you?
It's transitioning too quick.
At the moment, I'm quite open-minded. I think I've had a good few months just settling down, relaxing, doing some social stuff, catching up with friends and family and the like. Just wait and see what happens, wait and see what the next club comes along, if there is one, of course.
Thank you.
Sounds like everybody else. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
He ticked some great boxes in the sense of getting the lines that he needed. It was effective. It wasn't spectacular.
The interview went well, but it was a very long 10 minutes.
I think they've all been really good. They're reasonably polished, to be honest. And you try and catch them out a little bit, but there's not really that much to catch out. You know, I thought they've done a really good job, all of them.
Well, it comes down to this then. I've got a bit of a pit in my stomach. 2 of us are going home, 2 of us are going through to the final. It's so close to call because everyone here is exceptional.
To get to the final would mean everything. I've been so strong in every other challenge, and I want to finish this off on a high.
The deliberations are over. It's time for the results.
This is the moment, guys. We're going to find out which two will make it through to the final. Kelly, do you want to give your feedback?
Firstly, I really enjoyed watching all of you. Okay, you went first. Some of your questions are really simple, to the point. Sean also pointed that out and really liked them. However, your interview was only 5 minutes long. You had a 10-minute slot. It's okay to do an interview that's a little bit shorter as long as you get what you need in that time, and I'm not quite sure you did. Toby, I really loved your variety of questions. However, I did feel there was a couple of opportunities for follow-ups and you did miss those. Nahan, I really enjoyed the personality, the energy, and the fact that you brought your unique character. That was something I really wanted to see, and I saw that. You thought creatively about how to use the time as well, which was really important, but I felt like your structure could have been a little bit better. And Cal, your interview, firstly, you're smiling now. It looked like you enjoyed it during, which is really important. I felt like Sean enjoyed it as well. It did, however, lack a little bit of originality, and I felt like it was quite similar to interviews we might have already heard in the past.
So, Kelly, it's time for that big decision. Who is your pundit of the week that is going through to the final of Last Pundit Standing?
Pundit of the week this week is Toby. Toby, I loved watching you in there. I'm worried about my job.
Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. To hear your name come through, to send you through to the final, just feels ridiculous. It's just a whirlwind, and I can't really put it into words at the minute.
Sadly, we have to give some bad news as well. Only two can go through to the final.
You should all be incredibly proud of yourself. However, the person who is going to be going home is Rakia. Rakia, I love your energy, and I love the fact that you're even smiling now. You have so much charisma. Do not lose that.
I was gutted I didn't make it to the final. There's a lot I can take away from this experience going into life after the Last Pundit Standing.
So it's time to find out who was joining Toby in the final.
So, Nahan, broadly speaking, over the series, you have been amazing. Tears, laughter, everything, and your attitude has been sensational as well. But maybe sometimes your passion could possibly get the better of you, maybe a touch. But that your potential is undeniable.
Cal, the interview today was a bit safe, I was going to say. We want to see more of you and your personality, and we know that you can deliver. You've been absolutely solid throughout this whole series, and in certain areas you're so strong.
So, the person going through to the final of the Last Pundit Standing is Nahan.
Cal, you've been one of my favourite humans to ever interact with. Funny, insightful, got loads to offer.
Amazing.
You are very talented.
The knowledge is there, and you've been fantastic, full of energy, full of class. You've been absolutely outstanding. You're amazing.
And I'm hoping that being on this shows everybody that anything is achievable.
Nahan, how you feeling, bud?
Overwhelmed. I've cried in this process, and I'm so surprised I'm not cried right now, but I've held it all together. But that just shows how much it means to me, and I'm going to do everyone proud, and especially myself. That's what I'm going to do.
Toby, Nahan, you're one challenge away from being crowned the Last Pundit Standing.
I'm going to make sure that I do everything I can to win this final. If I do as well as I can do, I've got a great chance, but I've got to get to that level in the final.
I can't believe it. I'm through to the final, and I need to prove to everyone that I can be the Last Pundit Standing.